today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Out come the New England Patriots, led by their 6'5" veteran quarterback, Cam Newton.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
It's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. Wonder what he did with it.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He completes it right side to White. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback back in the NFL for the first time since 2016. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. 16 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but now it's 3rd down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Here's Bird to return. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Patriots take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now Newton. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Newton.
26-yard line. The pass, a loss of 3, brings up 3rd and 12.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. it's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. To throw, it's Kaepernick. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him, picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Patriots 7, Broncos nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And able to use a stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Philip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action. Now Kaepernick. This is the tight end Fant. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
How about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Steps away to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Back to throw, Newton. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if and that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Devin Asiasi, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
It's 2nd and inches at the 24-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Shalik Calhoun. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That's going to be caught by Judy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Damiere Byrd returning it. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. And a little floater there is incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback, there to make the play defensively. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
3-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Newton. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Newton escaping the pressure right. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
A.J. Boye on the coverage.
A final shot before the break. Newton. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar. So we have... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Let's see now what Colin Kaepernick has been up to so far in this game. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Second half starts with a run by Lindsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, Kaepernick. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Derek Rivers in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense. That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
From his goal line here, Newton. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Down at the 41. Brings up second down.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now it's Bird on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Patriots to take over. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. KJ Hamler returning it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. To throw, Kaepernick. He's got a man in Sutton that's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver 1st. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Kaepernick. He'll find Lindsey here. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Terrence Brooks with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And it's Michel once again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. I hope you brought your left side to take you to school.
And they're going to try to eat some clock from Michel. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing here, Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So the shoulder for Cam Newton apparently not really an issue as he reached back and uncorked a big one there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys move it this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Devin Asiasi.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Terrence Brooks with a pick.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Newton's going to throw it. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play, and the Patriots will get a new set of downs. They'll run on 1st down. Michelle.
Come on now, let's do this!
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You just like
you're
one
handing
game
out,
ball?
You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying